happens.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. Happens there.
All right.
Let me. Oh, Jesus. Take this off. Righty, and you're gone, and you're in the Zoom. Okay. And then where's my chat go? I don't know. And I can't search crap. Anyway, we are live. Hello, hi, it's me, Imperfect, Imperfect. That's why there's a mess. Anyway, we have a mess. Hi. Yes, that's Eva. Say hi to Eva. Everybody say hi to Eva. Ah,
Hi.
Eva's here. Eva's here. This is new. That's why, the gremlins have to come visit me when I do new things. Because, they say, no, you can't do things good. You have to have a mess. And that's why I have a mess. So I can't see a chat because I have a second camera and I don't know how to take it off. That's me. You know me. I have a second thingy there that I am trying to take off. And it won't go. Anyway, you're going to see me double. In close up and far away. Hi, Eva.
Good morning.
Hi. Eva is my very first guest on Tuesday Sew and Chat within Quiltfect and the Grandma Quilter. See, I can do the voices. Now, let me find me over here because everybody was over there. And now I'm looking for, here it is. Okay. And then I'm going to put you here because I can't see the chat and I'm not going to go looking for it. So Michelle brought everybody over. Hi, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Joy.
you.
Joy's here, Eva.
Ready?
Joy's here. Mitzi, how you doing, girl? Mitzi's there. Tina. Jean. Mwah. Hi, Jean. And then Joycey. Hi, Joyce. Joyce K's here. And Miguelito. Hello, Mikey.
Hi,
My
Mikey.
okay. All of the bagels are mine. I'm
You could.
literally girl. He's gonna bring us
Oh no, you froze up.
and then Joyce K's here. Joyce K's here. And Patty. Mwah! That's for Patty. Mr. Dan. That kiss was for Mr. Dan.
Morning, Miss Patty.
And then okay, Denise. Thank you. I was about to ask you, how's the volume today? It's working better. Awesome. Awesome. Ooh, Russ is here. Hi, Russ. Double vision. Yeah, Russ. How do I take that camera off? I don't know how to do it. I'm not gonna fight with it because if I try to fight with it and it doesn't work, then it's gonna get screwed up. And the computer's all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here. And if I this no, no, I'm not touching it. You're gonna see me double. Linda Tally, that's Mary. Hi, Mary. Everybody say hi. Mary's here.
Hi, Mary.
She's
Miss
here.
you.
We miss Mary. Okay. We say hi. Hi, 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 hi. Anyway, today
Where,
we are
where,
starting. We're what?
I was gonna
Hey,
say, where's Miss Giovanna?
Joanna's not here. Giovanna was on the chat. Yo, Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hi,
Patty.
Patty.
They're probably lost in the Twilight Zone because I screwed it up. I don't know how you got double camera, so I can't tell you how to fix it. I've never seen it. Yeah, that's me. I do things, then I don't know how I do them. Yo, Andrea. Hi. Did the hurricanes and the storms get you? No. It's been bad down in Texas. Really bad. Oh, that's on my brain. Okay, no, it's not your brain, Mikey. All right, so let me tell y'all what I'm gonna be doing moving forward. Moving forward, every Tuesday, I am going to talk with a renegade, and we're just gonna talk and chill and sew. Today, I got my sewing here, and over there, Eva's over there working. I'm just gonna ask her some questions so you can get to know her better, know who she is, see what kind of human being she is, because she's an amazing human being, just so y'all know.
That might be kind of a scary thought.
Yeah. Her husband is awesome because Mason is amazing. That's my brother. This is my brother. So yeah, that's all it's going to be happening. It's just one at a time, one-on-one. And during the time we're talking, we're going to be doing crafting or sewing or whatever. I'm going to see if I can sew and talk at the same time.
Oh no,
I'm going to try.
it's a
Okay?
challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Joe's here. Where's Joe? I didn't see Joe. Joe. Oh, Vintage. Hi, Vintage. Vintage. You have created a monster. Vintage is responsible for my fabric. I'm not going to show it today, Vint. I am going to show it on Thursday because today is for Eva. I have stuff to show you guys on Thursday. You're not going to believe. But I didn't get a lot of fabric, but I got beautiful fabric from that store. I love it, people. Go. Anybody can put in the link below. It's amazing. It's awesome. Making sure. Hi, Donna. Donna's here. Donna Armstrong. Hi.
Hi,
Anyway,
Donna.
so I'm gonna ask Eva. Eva,
Yes, ma'am.
how long have you been quilting?
How long have I been quilting?
Yes.
I started in 2020, latter part of 2022.
So you've only been quilting 2 and some odd years?
Mhm.
Right. That's not right.
Well-
Eva, very talented. She's extremely talented. She doesn't say it, but she is. Do you have anything you can show them how gorgeous you were?
Um,
Come on. You were supposed to bring one on. Come on, woman. Do it. Do it.
well, I wanted to bring, I couldn't find.
Come on. Anything.
Are you talking about quilting or what?
Quilting. Because I know you are very, very, very DIY, very talented, but quilting, because that's what we're talking about here today. Quilting.
To be honest with you, no, I do not, because they're all my long armors.
Look at this. Oh, that's right. She took everything to the long armor. That's true. Okay. But look, Eva does the most amazing quilts, and she's only been quilting for a couple of years. So any new people out there that have never tried quilting that are watching this video, take example from us. We are relatively new quilters, and you learn as you go. One day I out the weird stuff.
And also, I cannot feel my hands.
What happened?
They are numb
Why?
from a neck injury.
Oh, that's right. She
And
does this. Yeah, listen to this. Tell him.
about what?
You about everything. Because I
Well,
want to know you. I'm ironing, by the way.
I've had 2 neck surgeries, so my fingers here are numb. So I just take my time, and when I hurt, I quit. But it doesn't stop me.
Exactly.
I am determined to do my sanity work.
That is true. This keeps us sane, doesn't it?
And I just plug along. And I've got several interests in crafts. I do everything pretty much.
Look, those have seen my wall. I'm not going to show it now, but she did the most amazing, teeny tiny cross stitching and made the Puerto Rican flag for me that I adore. And if you have seen this channel, go watch the other video so you can see it's on my wall, because it is beautiful and I love it, and everybody loves it and everybody wants it, and I make people envious because it's mine and not theirs. Because Eva made it for me. Oh, so sorry. Okay, who's here? Chris is here. Hi, Chrissy. There you go. Eva, how in the world do you do the beautiful work that you do? That was okay.
I don't know. I've always had an eye for color.
Yes, she does.
And so whatever pops in my head, I go for.
This woman has the most amazing stash. It's scary. Of everyone that I've met on this channel and on the quilting world on YouTube, the 3 people that have the most astonishing stashes that I've seen are Doña Eva, Delia, because Delia is just, and Joanna. These women have, oh my God, my face hurts. The most amazing stashes. And Eva doesn't only have stash of fabric. None of them. They're all DIY. They do all kind of different crafts. They needlepoint, they cross stitch, they embroider, they sew, they quilt. What else do you do? Delia does photography, so does Joe. What else do? You do everything.
I do, let's see, I do some tatting. I have not real proficient at it. I crochet, I knit. I do beadwork,
Oh yeah, beadwork.
macrame,
Oh God, macrame. I haven't seen macrame yet. Nana.
hardanger.
Uh-huh.
But this is the quilt I'm working on now. I forgot about these.
Look how pretty. I love these colors.
And I'm just making 16 patches.
They're so fun. Look at the colors. Look at her colorway. The way look, some people have a talent, and I'm going to say this because I know there are a lot of new quilters out there that feel intimidated. Some people have a talent for color. I, for one, do not. That's why I like pre-cuts because all the guesswork is taken out. But do whatever you want. It's your quilt. If your
Exactly.
colors don't match, it don't matter. Do you like it? That's all that matters. As long as you like it, it don't matter.
Yep. My very first quilt, I shouldn't say that. My very first quilt I made, oh, let's see.
You're not guacara, I'm sorry. That's the way we say it in Spanish.
My my youngest was 5 or 6. And I took all their receiving blankets that I'd got over the years and made a quilt.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's ugly. I
No,
mean,
it's not.
I should say it's a mess. I shouldn't say it's ugly, but it's a mess.
Creative.
My seams didn't line up. I just cut squares and sewed them together. Yeah.
Exactly.
But it was before I knew you had to match seams and
You don't have to do anything. Again, there are things people do, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I what made me fall in love with quilting was looking at old quilts that people made in the past, made out of different pieces of clothing and feed sack and anything they could get their hands on to stay warm. And some of the seams matched and some didn't. So what? It was warm and it was comfy and it was wonderful. That's all.
I remember my grandmother, both my grandmothers quilted. My dad's grandma or mom, she hand quilted. Everything was hand.
There you go.
And she made a quilt out of neckties and she made it a crazy quilt, which I have downstairs. She never got a chance to finish it. But and
Your mom's stuff, don't you?
my mom's mom, she made us genealogy quilts when we graduated high school.
Oh, that is cool.
And I have mine and I have my older sister's.
Ooh. Hi, Giovanna. She's here.
Hi, Giovanna.
She found us. She found us. Sorry, I messed up. You know me. When I do something new, I mess up. I would love to do a genealogy quilt, but my family's all over the place. And I'm the only one that does this kind of stuff. They don't do any of this stuff. Who else in your family does crafts of any kind?
Um, I have a couple aunts that quilt. I have a quilt patrol. She's very picky on her quilts though, but she's OCD bad.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I have a couple.
I'm sorry, I call her Candice. I can't help myself. Candice. I don't know why.
Candice.
Yeah, I like calling her Candice. Wow, so at least you got some family that does it. I have nobody. Why am I trying to do this without my glasses on? Because
I started doing crafts when I was like 4 or 5. My aunt, I lived in a really small town, about 500 people in the mountains.
Fun.
and we learn to entertain ourselves.
Exactly.
And my aunt,
When you're as artistic as you are, because one thing I've noticed, you have to have something going on. Your hands always have to be busy. I've noticed that in you.
yeah, I don't like sitting idle very often.
But it's not even sitting idle, it's your hands. Your hands have to be occupied. It's something I've noticed because I talk with Eva on the phone and we call and we do chats. And every time we're talking, she is busy doing something. I've seen her doing needlework when we're talking, or embroidery, or she's cutting, or she's sewing. She's always doing something. She cannot be idle. And that's freaking amazing to me.
Well, I grew up with, oh, hold on, I'm gonna get a message here that's gonna say, yeah, you have a voicemail.
Hey, hello, hi, how you doing? Did everybody go find everybody that's lost? Hi, Melanie.
But I grew up, well, my aunt taught me to crochet when I was 4.
4 years
I mean,
old.
I wasn't real proficient at it. You know, I'm sitting here crocheting the chain, and then I'd get so long, and I'd take it to her to look at it, and she'd rip it out. She said, "Do it again."
Oh God.
And that's just so I could get the tension right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've been crocheting since I was about 4. I've been embroidering since I was 8. Um, cross stitching, I started, I think I was 13 or 14.
my God,
My
you and
older
Julie
sister,
are talented.
my older sister was very, very talented with the cross stitch. That's what's her crocheting, and cross stitch was her crafts.
That was her thing.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sewing, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I'm just telling the chat they can see me. I'm sewing. Finally, you're seeing me sew. You're watching me sew. I never.
And I sewed all my high school clothes, and
See, that's what I mean. See, I didn't start cooking until Mimi was in Mimi's big belly, but I've been sewing since I was a kid. I never make stuff for myself because it never fits me, but I make clothes for a lot of people, for the kids. What do you prefer? Do you prefer sewing clothes or quilting?
I like them both. So
Okay, let's do it this way. Give me a comparison. What do you like about each talent, each thing? What do you like about sewing? What do you like about quilting?
sewing is have clothes that fit, because I can't go to the store and buy off the rack. Never have been. Because I'm 5'10", 5'11", and they never make pants long enough for that tall of a woman. My NC is 36 inches.
Oh,
So
wow.
I always had to make my clothes. And I have broad shoulders, so I'm built like a linebacker. So I just learned to sew my own clothes. Now I just steal my husband's t-shirts.
Hi, Donna. Donna Lita's here. Donna Lita's here. Okay, I am trying to do all of this in here in this bubble. So I've got, wait a minute, let me push this over. I got my ironing board here. And I got my fabric here. Now I have to cut. I'm going to move it over here. So I don't want to burn myself, but I didn't bring my little ruler. So bear with me. I'm looking at the, Joe says, Vintage says she doesn't sit idle very much, only when she's sewing. Now, Mary's like you. Mary learned how to sew and quilt and do stuff by hand when she was young. And she had some amazing quilts. Everybody's seen some of the quilts that her mom's made by hand. Okay. Candace is saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. Hi to Donnell because Donnell showed up.
I
Donnell,
didn't.
she's here. Here.
Morning, sweetie.
She's here. So yeah. So if you had to choose one craft that you couldn't do anything else, just one, what would you choose?
Ooh, that would be
Uh,
hard.
I know for you, yeah, because you do so much. Which would you choose?
Hmm.
I got her thinking, people.
I don't want to choose.
You gotta choose. Come on, one.
Hmm.
You're on a deserted island. You can only bring one craft. What would it be?
Well, that makes a scenario.
Okay.
I mean, I'd either choose sewing or quilting because then I could sew my own clothes or make, blankets to keep warm.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There's an idea. Okay, chat, what will you choose? Let's see what the chat would choose. If you could, Candace already quick sewing. Candace said sewing. Yeah, Donnell said EPP. That's fun. EPP is fun. I like EPP. I just don't do it enough. I should though. Come on,
Uh,
give me answers, people.
to be honest with you, that's one I have never done.
Really?
That's
Okay.
a
What the heck happened? Oh God, we froze. Hold on. I don't know if it's me or it's my YouTube.
you're not pros for me, but that doesn't mean nothing.
You love me. There we go. It's back. No, the picture is frozen. Yeah. Okay. My picture is frozen. Yay, I'm back. Okay. I leave and come back. I don't know what the heck is happening. Do I have, okay. It says I'm back. Stained glass. Oops, spoke too soon. Yep, I froze again.
Uh-oh, Debbie's got a glitch.
Come on. What the heck is going on? Okay, I'm back. All right. Okay, we're back. We're back. Hi, Melissa. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I look every time I try something new, something happens. You know this. I know this. We all know this. We live with it. We move on. Don't worry. We're back. We're back. We're back, Emma.
Oh, awesome. You don't
Emma.
have a glitch anymore?
No more glitches. This is driving me insane. That
I'm gonna nickname you Stitch.
you're what?
I'm gonna nickname you Stitch.
My name is Stitch, people. Oh
Stitch
yeah,
glitch.
Stitch glitch. Stitch glitch. The woman. I'm trying to see what the heck this is. I can't see from over there. And there it is. Now I can see this. And I'm playing. I'm playing with the camera. I am playing with everything here. I don't know what the heck is going on. Anyway, I am trying to get rid of that second camera.
Oh no. Look
Yeah.
out.
Be afraid, people. Be very afraid. I don't know why it's there. It's driving me crazy. Okay, let's see. Just brightness. Stop video. No. Choose avatar. No. Edit profile pic. No. I don't know why I have 3 views. It doesn't want to tell me. Netflix. Anyway, leave it alone, Debbie. Leave it alone. I'm frustrated. Did we freeze again? I'm frustrated. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. You're always come in, lurk for a couple of seconds and leave. I know. I know. I heard that your retreat was amazing. Congrats. So yeah, Mike, your brother. He's your brother. He's my partner. Leave him alone. I'm very possessive of Mike.
Mhm.
Stop touching the buttons. Mike said, "Stop touching the buttons."
Don't touch the buttons.
I didn't touch. I stopped. Look, both hands. I'm not even gonna sew anymore. I can't. I want to sew, but because I had issues, I can't because then I want to go and I can't see the camera and my eyes are a mess today. I am a mess, people.
We all are, but you know what? We keep moving on.
See, everyone knows. I'm a mess.
Because if you don't keep moving on, you end up sitting in a chair and
Me with a double camera on and not knowing how to turn it off. I am working on this. This is what I'm doing. I'm working on the Balkan puzzle. This is this week's block from Donna's Peeps Thingamajiggy, Whoojama what? Yeah. So this, I love this. I'm doing fussy cutting. And this is gonna be my center block. It's a bunny.
oh, that's so cute.
Cute. That's gonna be my center block. I did fussy cutting on the last one and I'm doing it on this one. So when it's done, I'll show you guys. I'm loving it. Yeah, but see what I do, I have my little ruler that I square these up with, and it's over there. So I'm not gonna get up and go over there and get it. So I can't do anything else. Gotta square these up and then sew them together. And the block, I'll have it done in a half an hour. This is a very easy block to do. But I don't have my squaring tool here. I'm trying to see if I left it on the side, but I didn't. Because I changed everything. I made a mess, which is normal in me. Are you an organized quilter, Eva?
I try to be, but we're doing renovations, so it's kind of hard to be now.
But before the renovations, were you organized? Like, are you very structured when you're working?
No, not really, because I bounce from project to project.
Oh, but that's your ADHD kicking in.
Hmm.
You got to keep your brain busy. No, but like I see the way Donna is. Donna's very, very, very organized. She is the queen of paper. What do I call it? Post-its. That's the queen of post-its. I'm not, but I am becoming a little bit more structured. But what I like doing, and this is because again, I'm talking about Donna a lot today because a lot of what's going on this year has to do with her. When she gave us the challenge for the blocks, I like working one block at a time. I really am enjoying doing one block at a time because it's not a lot of clutter. I just do the one block. I don't have that stress of having to want to do more. So I'm actually enjoying one block at a time, but I do have a new project. Do you now that you're cutting up, what are you going to make with that quilt?
Let me show you the pattern that I'm going to be doing.
Show us and tell us where we can get it if people like it.
Oh,
People, I'm telling you, this is fun. Let me see. Okay, there we go. See, it went crazy, and I didn't see it.
I'm sure everybody knows where to get it.
Okay, so then Trace KK, don't hit the big red shiny candy like button. No, I won't. Look at the oh, I love that pattern. Look at that pattern. God, that's a great pattern. Look how beautiful. And see, it's a great way to use up your scraps. You all know me. I love Scrappy. Scrappy is happy. You aren't supposed to be showing me, Mama Debbie. Uh-huh.
So I'm doing my 4.5-inch squares right now.
See, I'm telling you, people, wait until you see it's done. It's a beautiful quilt. Okay, Lisa said, yes, the mini retreat was fun. Lots of amazing crafty people. I had FOMO and may have succumbed to the need to make purchases. Just saying, that's Lisa. Chris's coffee cup is empty. I feel you because I can't make it now because I'm all the way over here. And then there you go. Joy said her coffee pot is empty too. Bummer. And Chris went to the Mosaic class in Cape Cod. Ooh. Okay. Where am I? Okay, Mike said, why all the empty coffee pots? Because we're crazy. And then Michelle says, I still have to do Michelle hasn't done her block of the week. Stop showing off. Look at her. Look at her how she makes it. Look. Showing me her coffee cup. Michelle, you haven't done your block of the week. You usually do it on Sunday. As soon as it comes out, before the end of the afternoon, yours is done.
Well, maybe she was busy doing other things.
Yeah, she has other things she needs to be making for the sale at the end of the month. Okay. Hi, Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Judy's here. Judy.
I was going to call you yesterday, but I didn't know if you were busy.
She's always busy.
I know.
She never stops. Chris said Bob did amazing mosaic tile work in his kitchen and sunroom. Mike, have you seen the gold smalty? It's sparkly. I don't know what that is. Hubby and the CC said that Princess Coffee Cup was empty. Ah, Michelle will be selling stuff on her sale. Oh, so Michelle's going to be selling on Donnell's sale at the end of the month. That's cool. Have
Okay.
fun. That's going to be, oh, that's going to be so much fun. Awesome. Yes. I used to do that with me. I'm not sewing to sell anymore. I refuse. I refuse anything that resembles work.
Yeah, everybody tells me I should do that, and I was like, no.
No, because like, do you, okay, when you're doing your crafts, your ultimate goal, is it to sell it or just to enjoy making it?
Everything I make has a destination.
Okay.
I have made 25 quilts and I don't have any of them. I have given them away.
All right.
I've made buku Afghans and given them away.
Wow.
And I don't think, other than my pot holders that I crochet, I don't have any craft that I've ever made in my house. I've always given it away to somebody or made it for somebody.
Oh no, I keep mine. I'm selfish.
Well,
I
if I kept everything I made, I wouldn't be able to fit in my house.
well, that's true. Oh, Nanita's putting the binding off of her shawl. That shawl, you saw it, didn't you?
Awesome.
Yes. Nanita, you're gonna be on. I gotta call you, but next week I have a guest. I have to ultimate the details, but I'm not gonna say who's gonna be on next week. Y'all want to know who's gonna be on? You have to come. Only the person that I call will know they're gonna be on. I want to keep it,
Keep you guessing.
Yeah, keep you guessing. So, of all the quilts you've made, have you ever quilted them at home, or do you send them all off to the Long Armor?
I send them all off to the Long Armor.
So, what you really do is you piece.
Yeah.
You're a piecer. She's a piecer.
I do have 3 long arms.
What the heck? So, what are you waiting for?
Well, space.
Well, that's she needs the space. Just 3, not 1, not 2.
Well, let's put it this way. I have a long arm frame, quilting frame, and I have a frame and a machine combo. And then I have a wooden one that was my grandmother's
Oh, the standing one.
that she actually rolled the quilt on to do.
It's so cool. That
That's
is so freaking cool.
that's I have.
So are you gonna use your grandma's?
Yep.
You gotta do it, and you gotta call me when you're doing it.
I have a whole cloth quilt that I want to do
Wow.
on
That's
that.
freaking awesome.
And my long armor, bless her heart, suggested that once I get it all ready to go, get it sandwiched and everything, take it to her and she will baste it
So that'll be easier for you to do.
on her long arm. So I don't have to pin it or any of that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
she uses like anywhere from 2 to 3 inch stitches on her long arm and just baste it. And then I can take it out when I'm done. I just haven't figured out what color yet.
There you
Actually,
go.
I have 2 of them I want to do.
Jean says she loves sewing, but if she has to make a deadline, it becomes work and no longer fun. Yes, Jean.
That's it.
That's the whole thing right there. The whole thing right there. Because we're retired people. There are people on this chat that have to work still. Sorry. Not sorry. It took me years to get to where I am. I am enjoying every second of every day that I'm retired.
I've been working. How long have you been working? When did you start working? What age?
Okay, it depends. Does babysitting count?
No, I mean an actual.
Actual job? Since I was 12. My first job, very first job, was at a confection stand in a theater. Every weekend, I would work 4 hours at the confection stand selling popcorn and candy. The Puerto Rican Theater in Waterbury, Connecticut. That was at 12. Then I would work summer. There was summer programs. Every summer I had a job. And then as an adult, I was an adult. I was 17. I worked as a cashier in a supermarket.
Are you an adult now?
No, I try to be. It doesn't always work though. I don't like adulting.
No,
No, I really don't.
I was 10 when I started working.
Ooh, you beat me, girl. What were you doing?
I was a dishwasher in a restaurant my mom worked at.
Oh, that's fun. You made your own money?
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep. And
You
I've
didn't
been,
have to give it to your mom.
I'm sorry?
You didn't have to give it to your mom?
Nope. Nope.
Well,
My
Donnell,
mom's, I earned it, so it's mine. So
Donnell says that she started babysitting at 12. Babysitting doesn't count, Donnell, because I started babysitting when I was 9.
I've never, that's one job I've hardly ever done. I don't think I've ever done, except other my brothers and sisters.
No,
Was
no,
babysitting.
I babysat. To this day, I look back and I think, oh my God, as a boomer, because I am a proud boomer, as a boomer, the things we did as young kids, and the horror of thinking these kids today could do it. Like I literally babysat little kids at the age of 9 so their parents could go out and party. I am not joking. I would
Well,
get they
you
go.
got, you got to realize too, kids back then, our age, were a little more responsible than kids are nowadays.
Oh God, yeah.
Kids nowadays, they're too into their electronics, they're too easily distracted.
The whole thing right there. Right there. Electronics. Like I've always been a reader, so that's not a problem. Everywhere I went, I always had a book on me. But when I would take care of kids, we would play, but I would get them into their bed. I would give them their bath, put them in their jammies, and get them into bed by 9 o'clock. And then I had the rest of the night to myself. And I would always have free reign of the fridge and watch TV or read. But I was 9 years old, literally not a kid. I look at Liam, who's 7, and Dylan, who's 9. I go, could they take care of themselves? I don't think so. I really don't.
But, we were raised in a whole different generation where you knew the rules, you knew what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
You didn't push the limits very often.
Yeah, and there weren't as many crazy people out in the street either. Look, Donnell said, Mom, babysitting other people's kids and got paid for it, and there were 9 kids at a time. So yes, it does. It does count. So yeah, babysitting counts, Eva.
Oh, it does. But I'm talking about when you pay taxes and you pay.
Exactly. I know, but she got all worked up. Joey T, stop showing me the coffee cup. Stop it. Just stop it.
Joy, Joydy picking on you.
Yes, she's showing me coffee.
Well, then go do a cup of coffee.
Melissa says her first job was at cleaning kennels and bathing dogs at a local vet office. Girl,
That's what my sister did. She took care of dogs for our neighbors.
Melissa says parents take care of everything, maybe no responsibility to the kids. That they get to college and can't take care of themselves. Exactly. I raised my kids differently. I was a single mom because I divorced my ex and there was no other one person to help me. So my kids and I went through hell, and I wasn't always a perfect mom and they weren't always perfect kids, but we did what we could. But
Mhm.
there are many times when my kids had to be alone, the 3 of them in my house. My son would cook and watch over his brother and sister because I'd be traveling. But the community helped. Not my
Yeah.
ex-husband, not my family. My community was always watchful. That was good. That was good. But it was
Yeah.
hard. It's hard. When you're single parent, it's really hard.
Well, I taught my son to do laundry, cook, everything before he went off to college.
Exactly. Well, my son David, my oldest, He cooks not better than me. Darling, if you're watching, you know you're great, but not as good as your mama. But there were times groceries were really low, and David would find a way to make something to eat for his brothers and sisters, his sister, and they would be fed. And he'd wait up for me. There was a period there of 18 months where I was working. I had no car, working and studying nights. And he would take care of his brothers and sisters. They would wash their clothes, and he'd have dinner waiting for me at 12 o'clock at night when I got home. That's how tough it got. So I'm
Mm,
proud of my son, David. I love you, baby boy. That's my boy. And he was what, 14, 13, 13.
yeah.
Yeah, it was tough. It was really hard. Ha, there you go. Melissa says we knew if someone would tell our parents if we did something wrong. Hell
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
that reminds me of my sister just got her driver's license, and she wanted to go see, well, my future stepmom, who lived a mile away. So she took my dad. My dad was out of town, and so she took his truck, and we drove down to see my stepmom. And everybody knew my dad was out of town.
Uh,
We saw his truck, and so my sister parked it right back where it was supposed to be. But somebody saw her driving,
uh-oh.
and so he knew we had took his truck and drove down to see Kathy, my stepmom.
Uh,
That's why you can't, in a small town, you can't
oh,
pull the
yeah.
wool over anybody's eyes.
Not even small town, it's a community. No matter where you are, if you have a community around you that's aware, like where I lived about in the country, that's true. But when I was a kid, in the building where I lived, everybody on the floors knew my mom and knew that we were alone and would always watch out for us. Even though they weren't right on top of us, they knew what was going on. So that
Mhm.
would work. Hold on. Mary said she was 7 when she started babysitting. Judy says, does picking cabbage and tomatoes and pulling peanuts in a field for 10 hours a day count? She had
Yes,
kids in a bushel basket at 8 years old. She
yes, ma'am.
stayed on field every summer and fall. That is amazing. And Judy
May,
says us, remember, people, if you're younger than 30, we didn't have cable.
no.
There were no streaming services. You had 3 or 4 channels on your TV. That's what Melissa's reminding me. Judy's reminding us. We
Had
had
a
3
T-
channels.
if you had a TV.
If you had a TV and if your antenna was good, because either you had a good antenna up on the roof or you had the rabbit ears on your TV and you'd have to move them around for each channel. And your remote control was getting your tushy off the couch and going to change the channel.
And aluminum foil on the rabbit ears.
Yes, to make them be better receptive. I remember when my dad, I was, oh my God, I was 7, 8 years old. And my dad finally got the first color TV. And it was this big, huge, humongous TV that was heavier than he was. And
Mhm.
it was a Sylvania. I remember to this day, it was a Sylvania. And I was the official channel changer because I was the only one that knew how to play with it to get the channel in correctly. And what was the, you had VHS. There were some channels you could see on VHS, which was the other little button. You had your regular channels and your VHS buttons. I remember that.
Yep.
Oh,
I
God.
remember watching Neil Armstrong walk on the moon on
Oh,
a
yeah.
little black and white TV my grandma had.
I remember when they killed Bobby Kennedy. I was in school. I was home, and every morning I would wake up, turn on the news. I didn't know what was going on. I saw a big ruckus on the news, on the morning news, got on the bus, went to school. When we got to school, Mrs. Gugliotti, my third grade teacher, to this day, I remember her name. She had a big radio thing in her classroom, and we were listening to the news about how he had been shot. Never forget that. Ooh, that was creepy.
That was before, a little bit before my time.
Yeah. Donnell said her TV was a small black and white with the knob you turned, and we had to hold the antenna at times for good reception. Oh, yes, that is
Yep.
so true. And
Yep.
then, and Jean's remembering the party lines. I never had a party line. Thank God.
We
Hi,
we
Laura.
we did. Yep.
Oh, girl, Betamax did not. No, VHS was a thing on the TV. Not a. You're thinking no, it's not a VHS. Oh my God, UHS. It was a channel. It was a knob on your TV. Not VHS. VHS is what you call it. It was a knob on your TV. You'd have the regular channels, and then you'd put that one on. You could capture other little channels that were around. I can't remember the name of it.
Can't either. But
Yeah.
I know that TV at the time was transmitted through radio waves.
Yeah. Hi, Charlotte.
That's why you needed the antenna.
UHF. Thank you, Michelle.
Yes, thank you.
You remember UHF, do you? You're not that old, though. You're
Who,
not
me?
that, yeah, you're not that old, Eva.
I remember.
UHF.
I remember UHS.
Yeah.
I remember when we first got our first color TV. My dad brought it in and it was during the fall and we got to watch The Wizard of Oz because it was around Thanksgiving.
I loved watching
And
that.
they had The Wizard of Oz on the TV and we got to watch it in color for the first time.
Yes, I remember that. Oh, yes. I remember because before streaming and video and all that crap, the big movies like The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland
And all the
Brown specials,
Christmas specials, Little Drummer Boy and
Drummer Boy, and It's a Wonderful Life. They only gave them once or twice a year. That was it. And The Wizard of Oz was just a one-day event once a year. And they would always start it at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we would never be able to see it to the end because we had to go to bed. But when we had the color TV and that part when it comes out in color, when Dorothy gets out of the house and gets to inland, oh my God, it was so amazing. The kids nowadays will never understand that feeling, ever. Never understand that feeling. Seeing black and white go into color, it was intense. It was
and
awesome.
you know, I still like watching a black and white movie.
Oh, I love black and white. All my classics. Hello, I love classic movies. Yep, March of the Wooden Soldiers. Oh wow, Joydy. I hadn't remembered that one in years. Oh wow.
Seen that one.
Oh wow. Laura's here. Hi, Laura. How you doing, girl? Are you feeling better? I hope so.
That's,
Laura.
I'm sorry.
Say hi to Eva, Laura. Say hi to Eva. Hi, Eva.
Uh,
Oliver and Hardy. Oh God, Oliver Hardy.
or Laurel and Hardy. My sister.
Laurel and Hardy. Yeah. Laurel.
My sister, we'd be outside playing, and we'd every afternoon they'd come on TV, and she'd keep track of the time. She'd have to go watch Laurel and Hardy, and Abbott and Costello.
Yes, those were my favorite. I loved Abbott and Costello, and the Three Stooges. Because yeah, you know, Marx Brothers was way before my time. I never understood them very well. I started to watch them after I was trying to be an adult. But yeah, Abbott and Costello. That skit with the baseball is one of my favorite skits of all time of any comedian ever who was on first in that thing. Oh, I love that.
I know Ruth Buzzy died.
Yes. Oh, who here never watched Laugh-In? I've seen every single one. I watch it at least twice a year because I have it on YouTube. They have all the.
I watched it growing up, and every once in a while I'll catch a skit.
I loved Ruth Buzzy as the old lady and the old guy with
Artie Johnson.
Oh God, it's so funny.
With
And
the
Nazi, very interesting, but stupid. That was one of my favorites.
Artie,
Yeah.
was it Artie Johnson? No, that wasn't
Artie
Artie
Johnson. Yes, it was. Artie Johnson. Exactly. Artie Johnson doing the old man always falling off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Or
Gold
is
Pond
Christ-
when she was a kid. There you go. We've got people remembering Captain Kangaroo.
Yep, I remember Captain Kangaroo.
Oh yeah. Well, I had one that was Connecticut based. I can't remember his name though. Mr. Goober, I think it was. Oh, you have the Laurel and Hardy Museum where Melissa lives.
Ooh.
Yeah. Donna, Amos, and Andy were before time. but I know of them. I've seen them, but it was before my time.
Um,
Her Father Knows Best, My Three Sons, The Donna Reed Show. Those were all when I was really small, but I remember them. What other one did I remember the other day? I used to like My Three Sons a lot. Joyce, you didn't get to see Laughing? Girl, go watch it now. It's still relevant to this day. It is so hilarious. I love watching Laughing. And the Smothers Brothers.
yep.
Because they weren't on long, but they were very political. But I loved them so much. They were so fun. Oh God.
What was one show with the lamb chop?
Oh, that she was the other day they were talking about her. Lamb Chop. I do her songs for my kids. And they watched her when the kids were really small. She came back on PBS. Oh, what was her name?
I know, I was always trying to think. Shirley? No.
No. Oh God, Mutual of Omaha and the World of Disney. Yes, every Sunday night.
Every
Yeah.
Sunday. Yep. And then before that, it was Lawrence Welk.
Oh God, my grandmother. Oh God, Lawrence Welk. Oh,
Yep.
and the Ed Sullivan Show. Those were two she would never, ever, 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 ever miss. And we have to watch it. Soupy Sales. Man, Mitzi, you're remembering old people. I remember Soupy Sales. He was funny. Sherry Lewis. There it is. Thank you, Joy. Sherry
I
Lewis.
knew it was an S word.
Yep. And her daughter's doing it now.
Yeah.
Doing Lab Shop now.
I remember my grandmother on Sundays, well, mostly Saturdays. My uncles would watch. I lived with my grandparents when I was little.
Hold on. Joydy, stop it.
What's Joy doing?
Joydy said that Bozo was a hot clown.
Was a what clown?
Hot. He was hot.
Okay.
Joydy, I don't know.
Are you into clowns, Miss Joydy? I know people that hate clowns, but okay, if you're into clowns, go for it.
Joydy, you made us laugh. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. You were living with your grandparents. Tell me. Oh.
And on Saturdays, my uncles would watch the wrestling.
Oh God.
And after that, Lawrence Welk would always come on. And then Sunday she'd watch the Mutual of Omaha and Disney.
I love the Mutual of Omaha. Anything documentary style since I was a kid, I've loved. Romper Room, yes, Mitzi. I remember Romper Room. Oh my God. Judy, I'll call you right after this.
HR Pufnstuf.
Oh God. My brother loved that. He loved HR Pufnstuf. It would always creep me out. It creeped me out. I was what, 12, 11 or 12 when Sesame Street started.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never miss it. Bert and Ernie were my favorites, and they're still to this day my favorites.
I liked that Grouch.
You like the Grouch? I love the Grouch, but Bert and Ernie were my favorites. Bert, hello, Bert. I even imitated them. I loved it. And Ed Sullivan, yeah, my grandma. Johnny Cash, I would watch when I was at my aunt's house. Who remembered Engelbert Humperdinck?
I do.
Yeah. My grandma had such a crush on him. I don't know why, because I always thought he was gross. But my grandma loved him. Engelbert Humperdinck.
I watched a video yesterday. Tiny Tim.
Oh, good. Yes. He was on Laughing.
Yep.
I'm not gonna sing it. Yeah.
Through the tulips.
I can't do the voice anymore. And it's where I will be. Through the tulips with me. Yes. He died too. He died recently.
He died of a heart attack on stage.
Oh. Still performing. Yep. Look what Mike told Jody. Mike said, we all have our kinks.
Hey, more power to you, love. I like clowns. I have nothing.
Whatever roll your boat, I don't know.
Row your boat.
Okay, I'm excited but nervous about the learning curve. Okay, Laura, what are you going to be doing that you're worried about a learning curve? Oh, yeah, bozo. Learning curve. Okay, carrot top. Oh, carrot top.
I liked Red Skelton
Oh, yes. I
and
always thought he was so humble.
the Carol Burnett show.
He was crazy. To this day, she's still crazy. My older sister was crazy about Wayne Newton. Oh, God. He used to show up on the Ed Sullivan Show all the time. I always
Yeah.
thought he looked too old to be a kid. I don't know why. That's always been in my head. He looked too old to be a kid. And now he's old and he's trying to look like a kid. It's like really strange. The
Yes,
Mickey Mouse Club. Yes.
I
I
remember.
saw the old ones with Annette Funicello when she was a kid.
Yep,
No? How about American Bandstand?
I remember that one. The Gong Show.
Huh? The Gong. You know, I never got to see the Gong Show. I was already in Puerto Rico when the Gong Show came out. Didn't get to see that one. Oh, Jody, yeah, he died on stage. Google it.
Yep, died of a heart attack.
Savala. Oh God.
Who?
Telly Savalas. Kojak.
Oh, oh, Kojak, the Lollipop King.
Yeah.
I mean, his lollipop. I love that show.
Oh,
That
Laura's gonna learn how to use a long arm.
Macmillan and Wife and
Oh,
McCloud and Columbo.
Columbo. I like
My
the McMillan a lot. What was the other one with Robert Wagner and
Heart to Heart.
Heart?
No.
Yes, Heart to Heart. I like that one too. Oh, and Don Rickles. Yes, Jody. Don Rickles.
Oh,
The most sarcastic human
I
being.
love Don Rickles.
Don Rickles and Don DeLuise.
Yep.
I saw Don DeLuise and Robin Williams on Johnny Cash. If you guys want to laugh until you pee your pants, go on YouTube and find it. Don DeLuise and what you call him on the Johnny Cash show. You're going to laugh so hard, you're not going to be able to stop. It was just yes, it was awesome. Robin Williams, he loved Don DeLuise, and he tried a lot of his work was based on Don DeLuise, and it's really cool. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock. Joyce, that's why we are friends. I still, I have them on my favorites list. I watch them on my Prime Video. I watch Alfred Hitchcock every Friday night, and Twilight Zone. I will put them on at any time when I'm bored or when I'm sewing. I love them all. Every single last one. I've seen it, I don't know how many times. When they hear the music, my kids go, "Oh, not again." Literally, that's what they do because they know how much I love Twilight Zone. Saturday morning cartoons. I miss those cartoons. Don't you ever?
Yes, I do. But
You,
now you get cartoons all the time.
yeah,
You
but
don't
it's the
now.
same. That expectation of getting up on a Saturday morning,
Yep,
grabbing,
and watching the pajamas.
yeah, it was fun. Oh, Hit Parade. I remember that. Rockford Files. Yes. Yes.
Our Starsky and Hutch and
See, I
uh,
didn't get to see Mork and Mindy. Did you?
oh yes, I love Mork and Mindy.
A lot of those programs, I was already in Puerto Rico, so we didn't get to see a lot of them. There was a lot that were never brought over. Yeah.
Hogan's Hero Hogan's Heroes was one of my favorites.
Oh God, yes. Gilligan's Island. After the first year, I got bored because I always thought, how have they not been saved yet? So it got to that point in my head. But Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie. Those were my favorites.
My
Oh,
my
what?
kids were in high school and they'd come on the cable channel, Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie every morning.
Oh,
And they'd
yes.
get ready for school and they'd sit there and watch them before they went to school.
Mike has a Don DeLuise story.
Oh, really? Tell, spill the tea.
He's gonna spill it at the retreat. Ooh.
Oh, that's no fair.
Ooh, Rod Serling was a man before the times. Yes, he was, Joydy. I loved him. The $1 Million Man. No, I never liked $1 Million Woman or the $1 Million Man or any of those things. I never
Six
liked.
million dollar man and bionic woman.
Yeah, I never liked it. I tried watching them once. I just no. I was more Star Trek Twilight Zone. That was my jam.
Star Trek. My sister watched Star Trek all
My
the time.
dad got me into science fiction. It was my dad. He would sit down to watch Star Trek and I would watch it with him. And when they canceled it, he almost cried. Okay. That's how much he loved it.
Okay, we've covered quilting, we've covered movies.
TV.
There now we gotta need the food and the books.
No, not books today. No, because it's already 12 o'clock. So, no. There you go. Andrea says, be blessed, less stress, and pet some fabric today. And she's going to go make home and spaghetti sauce. So, yeah,
Oh,
pet some fabric, people. Have fun. Today, see, you come on here thinking you're going to see one thing, and you end up seeing something else. You saw me sew a little bit, just a little bit. You're seeing Eva where they're cutting like crazy. That's also
I got that much done.
there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Just talking. I can't do that kind of work. She does good work. I can't do it. I want to, but again, it don't work. It just doesn't work. In the year 2525. Oh my God. Yes, Joy. Stop it, Mr. Ed. Oh Lord. You remember Mr. Ed? Did you
Mhm.
ever get to see it? I loved Mr. Ed.
They used peanut butter to make him talk.
Really?
Yep, they put peanut butter on the roof of his mouth to make him talk.
That's interesting. I never knew that. I loved it because his mouth wouldn't move. It was a good show. It was
It
it
was a clean show.
it's just TV nowadays. I've stopped watching TV because everything that comes on has to have either political crap or sex. And it's like, come on, people.
Or
You
violent.
yes, before you didn't have all that stuff. There's only a couple of shows that I will watch, literally. I don't watch a lot anymore. I always go back to my old ones. I sit down. Listen, I've seen Fringe 20 times, the whole series, because I like sci-fi. I've got Fringe. I've got Numbers. That show, I love that show. Numbers, Law and Order. I've seen every single episode except for the past 2 years of Law and Order, the original. I don't like SVU. Law and Criminal Intent. I've seen 8 times. I love Criminal Intent. Uh, what else? Those are the shows I still watch to this day. I see NCIS, which is pretty cool. And
Mhm.
stage shows, yeah, I like NCIS. And what else do I see? Matlock is pretty good. Have you seen Matlock?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
She's
And it's
pretty.
not based off the other Matlock either.
No, not at all. And what other show now that I've been watching? Oh, I even started watching. This is weird. Yeah, I didn't watch it when it was on, but I started watching Drop Dead Diva.
Watching what?
Drop Dead Diva.
Oh, I've never
It was a
watched.
show that was on Lifetime. I never watched it when it was running originally. I saw one episode. Yeah, I'm hooked. So yeah, don't take the Man from Uncle. Oh my God, Robert Vaughn.
Lost in Space. That's another one I liked.
I had such a crush on Robert Vaughn. Oh my God, wherever I saw him. Oh, The Flying Nun. You know that was filmed in Puerto Rico, right?
Oh,
Just
I love The Flying Nun with Sally Fields.
one filmed in my island of Puerto Rico. I found that out years later. Uh, Wow Wow West girl.
Oh yes.
Girl.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wag- Wagon Train, The Big Valley, Bonanza.
I watched Bonanza a couple of times because my grandma liked it. What was the other? Gunsmoke? Never watched it.
I
I
love Gunsmoke. I
Yeah,
love.
nobody in my house watched it, so I never watched it. Star Trek on Disney Plus. Yes, I loved Star Trek, the original.
Yep.
There you go, Mitzi. See, Mitzi, that's why we're friends, Mitzi. We have similar tastes. She watches Numbers, Law and Order, Original, and Criminal Intent. Yes, thank you. Thank
I
you.
watch. I watch all them too.
Yes. Anyways, people, it is 12 o'clock. I am hungry. And it has been fun. This has been hilarious. And I'm sorry we hardly talked about you because we've talked about everything except you.
That's fine.
That was not the purpose of this, but you know how this goes off on the rails.
Oh yeah.
It has a life of its own. It happens. but it was fun.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for having me. And nice seeing everybody.
Everybody say bye to Eva. Say bye, people. We gotta go. I love you all so much. You know this. Oh God, who's Jordy's talking about Gidget now? Gidget.
Oh, I remember Gidget.
Yes. Giovanna's crazy over there laughing her ass off. Jim West. Who didn't have a crush on Jim West in Wild Wild West? The guy was hot as hell. Lord, he was so cute. My
I
husband.
did.
Giovanna, we love you, girl. Anyways, people, we will see you on Thursday. Come to the live. I'm going to show you a lot of stuff on Thursday's live. I promise. I didn't show you today because today was about Eva and everything else. Because it was a little bit about Eva and everything else, but Thursday will be about that. And if I'm just gonna turn the camera so you can see, like, and then I'm going. Okay. So watch. It's gonna be quick. Don't take your eyes off the camera. Watch. Here it comes. It's coming. I'm gonna show you. Look. Oh God, I can't get them out. Ah! There. Tun tun tun. You see Benny? Yes. Benny's gonna be on Thursday. If anybody wants to see Benny, come to Thursday's live. I love you all. God bless. And remember, being perfect is always being perfectly loved. We love you all. Bye, Eva.
Bye, Debbie. Bye,